Think about the last time someone really made you feel understood, not just heard, but seen. It could have been a friend who knew you were upset before you said a word, or a coworker who sensed your stress and stepped in to help without making you feel weak. That ability to read emotions, manage your own reactions, and connect deeply with others has a name. And it's not about IQ, talent, or luck. It's called emotional intelligence. And in our fast-paced, high-stress modern world, it might just be the single most important skill you can have. Chapter 1: Why Emotional Intelligence Matters Now More Than Ever. 50 years ago, society rewarded those with specialized knowledge and technical skills. Today, that's not enough. In a world of constant change, data-driven workforces, and remote communication, your ability to understand yourself and connect with others can determine whether you thrive or just survive. Studies show that people with higher emotional intelligence tend to earn more, lead better, experience less stress, and have healthier relationships. But here's the twist. Many of us have been taught to value IQ, logical intelligence, far above EQ, and yet it's EQ that helps you navigate the most unpredictable variable of all, human behavior. Chapter 2: The 5 Core Components of Emotional Intelligence. Psychologist Daniel Goleman, who popularized the concept, breaks emotional intelligence down into 5 key components: self-awareness, understanding your own emotions, triggers, and strengths; self-regulation, managing your emotional responses, especially under stress; motivation, staying driven by internal values, not just external rewards; empathy, understanding the emotions and perspectives of others; social skills, building healthy relationships and managing conflicts effectively. Sounds simple, right? But here's the challenge. These skills are rarely taught in school, and many people reach adulthood without mastering them. Chapter 3: Emotional Intelligence in the Modern Digital Age. Here's the problem. We live in a time where text messages replace face-to-face conversations, where social media rewards emotional extremes, and where people are constantly distracted. The result? We're becoming more connected technologically, but sometimes less connected emotionally. Emotional cues, tone of voice, facial expressions, body language are often lost in translation. That's why emotional intelligence today is not just about reading people in person, but also interpreting emotion through screens and managing your own emotional state in a 24/7 online world. Chapter 4: Common Signs of Low Emotional Intelligence. Before we go further, let's get real. Low emotional intelligence isn't about being a bad person. It is about blind spots that affect your life without you even noticing. Some common signs include struggling to control impulses or anger, blaming others without reflecting on your own role, difficulty listening without interrupting, avoiding conflict entirely or exploding during disagreements, not recognizing when someone is uncomfortable or hurt. And here's the kicker. The smarter you are, the easier it is to justify these patterns rather than fix them. In the next part, we're going to dive deeper into self-awareness, the foundation of emotional intelligence. We'll explore how to identify your emotional triggers, decode your inner patterns, and start building a mindset that can handle whatever the modern world throws at you. Before you can connect with others, you have to connect with yourself. Self-awareness, isn't just about knowing your favorite food or political opinions. It's about understanding the why behind your feelings, the patterns in your behavior, and the impact you have on people around you. And here's the truth. Most people think they're self-aware, but research shows only about 10 to 15% of people actually are. Chapter 1: What self-awareness really means. Self-awareness has 2 sides. Internal self-awareness, understanding your own emotions, values, strengths, weaknesses, and triggers. External self-awareness, knowing how others perceive you and whether that matches your intentions. Think of it like driving a car. Internal self-awareness is knowing what's happening inside the engine. External self-awareness is checking your mirrors so you don't hit something without realizing it. Chapter 2, Why Self-Awareness is Hard in the Modern World. In theory, being self-aware sounds easy. In reality, it's tricky. Why? We're constantly distracted. Our minds jump from one notification to another. We live in echo chambers, surrounding ourselves with people who agree with us, which hides our blind spots. We often avoid discomfort. Instead of facing feelings like jealousy, insecurity, or fear, we push them down. But ignoring your emotions doesn't make them disappear. It just gives them the power to control you from the shadows. Chapter 3, Identifying Emotional Triggers. One of the most powerful parts of self-awareness is knowing your emotional triggers, the situations that cause strong, often automatic, reactions. For example, being criticized in public might make you defensive. Being ignored might make you feel invisible or unimportant. Losing control of a project might trigger anxiety. The goal isn't to avoid these situations, it's to notice them so you can choose your response instead of reacting blindly. Mini exercise. Think of the last time you overreacted. What exactly set you off? Was it the event itself? Or what you told yourself about it? Write it down. You're not judging yourself, you're just collecting data on your emotional patterns. Chapter 4, The Role of Reflection. Reflection is a habit that transforms self-awareness from a vague concept into a powerful tool. Here are 3 simple methods. Journaling. Write down what happened, how you felt, and why you think you felt that way. Asking for feedback. Choose people you trust and ask them how you come across in certain situations. Mindfulness. Practice noticing your thoughts and emotions without rushing to change them. The more you observe yourself without judgment, the more clarity you gain. Chapter 5, The Payoff of Self-Awareness. When you become self-aware, life changes. You stop taking things so personally. You recognize when your emotions are clouding your judgment. You can explain your feelings clearly, which strengthens relationships. And most importantly, you take control of your emotional world instead of letting it control you. Remember, self-awareness isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming honest with yourself so you can make better choices. In the next part, we'll explore self-regulation, how to stay calm, clear-headed, and in control even when life throws you curveballs, because knowing yourself is step 1. But managing yourself is what truly sets emotionally intelligent people apart. Self-awareness gives you the map. Self-regulation is how you drive. You can know exactly what triggers you, but if you can't manage your reaction, that knowledge won't help much. Self-regulation doesn't mean suppressing emotions or pretending to be fine. It means pausing, choosing your response, and acting in a way that aligns with your values, even when you re under pressure. Chapter 1, Why Self-Regulation is a Modern Superpower. Let's be honest, the modern world is full of emotional landmines. A rude email, a political argument online, a traffic jam when you're already late. In moments like these, our brain's amygdala, the part responsible for the fight or flight response, can hijack our thinking. This is called an emotional hijack, and when it happens, logic takes a back seat. Self-regulation is the skill that brings logic back into the driver's seat. Chapter 2, Common Self-Regulation Pitfalls. Here are a few signs you might need to work on self-regulation: snapping at people when stressed, sending a message or email you later regret, avoiding problems until they explode, acting impulsively to get it over with instead of thinking it through. These patterns don't make you a bad person, they make you human. But left unchecked, they can damage relationships, careers, and your own self-esteem. Chapter 3, The Pause Technique. One of the simplest but most powerful tools for self-regulation is the pause. When you feel triggered, pause, even just 5 seconds. Breathe deeply. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4, exhale for 4. Ask yourself, what outcome do I want here? Respond, don't react. Choose words or actions that match your goal, not your temporary emotion. It sounds small, but that moment of choice can change the entire direction of a conversation. Chapter 4, Reframing the Situation. Another powerful method is reframing, changing how you interpret an event. Example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, you could think, what a jerk, and feel angry for hours. Or you could think, maybe they're rushing to the hospital. The event doesn't change, but your emotional load does. This shift keeps your stress down and prevents unnecessary conflicts. Chapter 5, Building Emotional Resilience. Self-regulation isn't just about handling one-off situations, it's about building long-term resilience. Here's how: sleep and nutrition. A tired or malnourished brain is far more reactive. Regular exercise, physical movement helps regulate mood and reduce anxiety. Mindful breaks. Step away from screens and check in with yourself. Practice gratitude. Training your brain to notice positives makes it less likely to spiral into negativity. These habits keep your emotional fuel tank full so you have the energy to respond thoughtfully. Chapter 6, The Ripple Effect of Self-Regulation. When you can regulate your emotions, you not only protect your own peace, you influence the emotional tone of every space you enter. A calm leader inspires calm in their team. A composed parent teaches emotional stability to their children. A friend who listens without reacting becomes a safe place for others to open up. This is the quiet power of emotional intelligence. It spreads without saying a word. Emotional intelligence isn't something you're reborn with. It is something you can build. We've covered self-awareness, understanding your own mind. We've explored self-regulation, managing your emotional responses. In the full journey of EQ, there's more: motivation, empathy, social skills. But if you master just these first 2 steps, you'll already see dramatic changes in how you think, feel, and connect with others. In a world full of noise and distraction, emotional intelligence is your compass. And when you use it, you don't just navigate the modern world, you shape it.